I just obviously, you guys nailed down the SEC championship solo, which I know is one of your goals, and then Aaliyah breaking the record. It was sort of a historic night from those standpoints. Can you just sort of reflect on that?
First, I just want to start off just thanking Coach Blair for his contributions to women's basketball. I know in the world in which not a whole lot of guys really think our game, well, it's a large portion of them that really doesn't think our game is worth looking at, following. But coaches like Coach Blair, who dedicated their entire lives to girls basketball, to women's basketball, certainly much deserve them naming the court after him. And obviously I respect Coach Blair a great deal for winning championships, doing it the right way, and his commitment to the game. I mean, we want to win the SEC. We want to win the SEC outright. I thought our players have been preparing extremely well for the opportunity to win it outright. I thought we played one of the most complete games that we've played all season long, just top to bottom. Super proud of them, and I want this team to get everything that they deserve, everything that they worked for, everything that they earned. And this is one of the things that we wanted to do.
Can you put in perspective when you're talking about a 20 game streak of double doubles in a league like the SEC, that nobody's been able to do that before until Aaliyah did it tonight? What that means in terms of her legacy, and she's probably wants to keep adding to it.
Yeah, I mean, this league is a tough league, and I said when I came here as a coach that I wanted to compete against the likes of the Pat Summits and the Andy Landers and the Melanie Balcombs, all those coaches the Jim Fosters, all those coaches that have succeeded in this league. This league puts you in a position to do some historical things, and that's exactly what it did for Aaliyah. I'm so happy for her. She etches her name in history, but I know she would deflect and give credit to her teammates, because those are the young ladies that she suits up with every single night that really allow her, they feed her the ball. They miss shots so she could get rebounds. And they are her sisters. So, and I really have to share one moment, because this is kind of the epitome of our team. I think in the third quarter, Bree Bill and Aaliyah were near each other for a rebound, and Bree was like, "Go get it." And that is the type of friendship and teammates they are. And no one wanted her to get it more than her sisters. And I'm super proud that they get a chance to share and laugh about a moment they had to help her, put her in the books.
Thank you.
Augusta, and then Christy.
Hey, Dawn, I wanted to ask just kind of about the play you saw from the bench tonight. How much does that depth, especially showing out this late in the season, help y'all as you continue on, into the tournament and everything going on? Just knowing that, I mean, the reserves can go and hold serve now, better than they've looked, all season, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's comforting. We get to play our starters half of the game, and this is a long trip, late game. We get back late. We got to prepare for another team like Ole Miss with very little rest time. So it's great to have them play half of the game, and knowing that when our second and third units got in, they elevated. We didn't lose a quarter. We didn't turn the ball over. We shot the ball pretty efficiently. We rebounded the basketball. And that was, player 1 through 15. All the eligible players came in and elevated our play. So it was a beautiful thing to witness.
Christy, and then Joe.
You talked about how it was your most complete game. What did you like best about the performance of your team tonight? And I have a follow-up after that.
I mean, what I like was it was a complete game. We didn't have lapses on either side of the basketball. If we turned it over, we corrected it. And, turnovers came few and far between. And then I just thought we just were locked in defensively. We made it hard for them to score. We made it difficult for them to get rebounds because we were so efficient. We pushed the ball. We played in half court. So it was a number of things that we did extremely well.
And you addressed Gary Blair at the start of this, but I saw y'all shared a moment after the game. Would you be able to share anything that y'all talked about or kind of what that moment meant to you?
I mean, Coach Blair has given so much of himself. I'm sure his family, he missed a lot of family time, all because he sacrificed for the betterment of our game. He gave probably in stretches of his life more to the young ladies that he coached than he did, to loved ones at home. And that should be celebrated, meaning we should celebrate him for being a coach who just was dedicated. So I just told him, thank you for all you've meant to women's basketball. And I just hope his retirement is as fulfilling as basketball was for him.
Joe and then Corey.
Coach, we get to see the finished product of what your team can do in playing so connected, but how difficult truly is it, or maybe for your programs, because they do it year in and year out, to get players to buy in to being so unselfish and focusing on what it means to win as a complete team, no matter what your role is, because tonight is a prime example of team basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's a difficult feat to keep 15 to 16 super competitive individuals locked in, whether they play 1 minute, no minutes, 40 minutes, but we treat them as human beings. We treat them as competitors. We are, we are upfront. I mean, we knew how difficult it was to be able to play 16 players. So, I mean, they understand at this point. They know there are situations that some of them play extremely well in. We as coaches have to figure out who those players are and insert them in a game at a time in which hopefully they can only look good and they can keep playing confidently. But it's hard, but I think all of them are committed to the main thing. The main thing. And for us is winning championships, is winning SEC championships, is winning regional championships, is winning the national championship. And once that buy-in is everyone's committed to that, it should be a little easier. It's not a lot easier, a little easier to just kind of play your role.
Corey, go ahead.
Yeah, Donna, and kind of piggybacking off a couple of questions tonight just about the reserves. I believe there's a 4.5 minute stretch there at the beginning of the second quarter where I think you had 4 ladies who are bench players or reserves that were on the court with Zaya, and they kept A&M from scoring a field goal from the field. How would you just describe what it takes for you guys as a coaching staff to get, those 14, 15, 16 ladies ready defensively at any point in a night in a game to be able to kind of come into the game and just do that?
Yeah, well, I mean, our starters do a really great job at setting the tone and setting the example of how we need to play. And then, we have some reserves like LA, Lee. I mean, they really understand how we need to play. And it starts in practice. Like we're constantly talking to everybody to make sure that they're locked in. They're locked into the personnel. They're locked into the type of sets that they're running, the actions that they're running. And we're always talking, like we're always communicating. If we have a lapse, it's not for a lack of communication. It's more of reaction. Like you made the wrong reaction, and then we're correcting things on the fly. So, I mean, it's hard, but once you aren't the person, if you are the person that's not doing what you're supposed to do, you stick out, and really no one wants to stick out.
Are there any other questions for Coach?
Yeah, Dawn, I was just wondering, I'm sorry, this is Michelle again. Have you heard from Ty Harris in terms of how she's doing overseas? I know that there's maybe some concern about everything that's going on in Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, I text Ty to check up on her today. She said, as far as being safe, she feels, everything is safe at this point, but she does have her bags packed.
Gotcha. Thank
Yep.
you. Appreciate it.
Mhm.